We all there at the panel?
Yeah. Yes. How was that for you?
Exhausting. Yeah. It's a big day. It's fun. And bittersweet. Yeah, we root to do the laughter.
What do you feel like you owe to the characters to close out the show?
Well, I think everybody deserves a win, and what the shape of that might be is different because a lot of that's going to be bittersweet. Say you win some when you lose in other things, so you may be saying goodbye to somebody in service of the win. So it's going to be all over. But I think that or that, and then emotionally closing it up. So the emotion of the show I think has always been the bread and butter, the relationships with the characters. So you want to know that everybody is sort of taken care of, one way or the other. You want to make sure that everybody is home in a way. So I think those kinds of things.
14 years of mythology, and obviously some really diehard fans. How do you guys keep it all straight? All of, when you're writing episodes, do you guys have a resource or anything like that?
We have assistants who track all this stuff, and if you just phase out, because really, sometimes if you're in the middle of something, if you're in the middle of a season, and you just can't keep something straight that happened, because part of what we're doing this season is resurrecting so much of what came before, because I think we all feel an obligation to pay honor to what came before, the tremendous foundation that Eric laid, and to bring back a lot of that. Some of those things that we haven't revisited since season 4, season 5, certain characters we haven't seen since that era. So we have a lot of people who do a lot of tracking and send us reports about who said what when, and it's not always infallible, but generally speaking.
With the resurrection, Mark Shepherd's been very vocal about saying he's not coming back. Is there a chance we can see him come back?
Yeah, there's always a chance, and I think in this business, people ultimately never say never. Really, I mean, they may make a good posture of saying never, but I think I don't know. If it came down to it, and there was a really good reason to use Mark, I can't believe he would not get on board. This is it. There ain't going to be no more.
So with it being the last season of the shortened season, how many Monster of the Week episodes did you play?
I don't know. I know in the first 6, there's 2-ish, because the myth thing, the stakes of the myth are so strong and so big this year that there's got to be respect paid to that in every episode, even if it's a standalone. Yeah. So there's these things that kind of feel more standalone-ish, but other threads have to be dealt with the myth. But I don't have an actual number. I don't know. But I think the larger percentage is myth, but there'll be another standalone.
With such a history, there's obviously a lot of temptation to bring back lots of different things, but are there already elements that you're like, that would be cool, but we want to focus on the things that really matter, so we're definitely
you have to pick and choose, otherwise it's going to start feeling like a clip show. It's wonderful to bring back people and situations and things, but they can get old if it's not moving the ball down the field, and so you only want to bring people back who have a emotional stake with the Winchesters, somebody who's worked really well, somebody you haven't seen for a long time but was kind of a fan favorite and you want to kind of work in.
Yeah.
And then the challenge is not just to have them come back and do the same old shtick, just to kind of do it as a token, but to have them do something fresh that they haven't done before and contribute something fresh.
Are there specific stories or characters that were like, okay, we're definitely not going to do this when you were talking about the season?
Yeah. You really have to pick and choose, because you have to find characters that lend themselves to the current crisis. So if people can't do that, you don't. As fun as Dean's or Sam's secret friend was, there's not a lot of place for that to play in this current arc.
What you just mentioned about bringing people back or characters back if they really have a great reason, what was your favourite re-entry to the show, either that you wrote or someone else on the team wrote? Your favourite, the cleverest re-entry?
Oh man, I hate these questions because you just go blank. Certainly the reintroduction of Chuck I thought was great, because it felt right. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm so focused on what we're doing right now. It's so hard to go back to the encyclopedia.
That's fair enough.
Am I getting a wrap?